Alkışlarınızla Dr. Darren Coleman geliyor.
Good afternoon, Istanbul. Picture the following scenario. You're in a meeting discussing brand strategy with your CMO. And they say to you, I'm worried our brand is losing relevance and our competitors are catching up. And then they look at you with one of those long, deep stares that all CMOs seem to have mastered. What are our options? They ask you. You look at them, your mind goes blank. And then from nowhere, you say, we're going to compete and build brand experiences. Brand experiences. How the hell do we do that and why should we do it? The CMO asks. A long silence follows. Leave it with me until next week and I'll get back to you with a plan, you say. And then you leave the room. This is a scenario I see at brands all around the world. The objective of my keynote today is to provide you with practical advice that will help your brand retain relevance through brand experiences. My keynote will make 3 points. First, I'll outline why you need to compete through experiences. Second, I'll outline why you need to connect with your customers at an emotional level through your brand. Third, I'll share a practical brand management tool that will help you retain relevance through brand experiences. In terms of questions, I've left time for questions before I close, so if you have any questions, please hold them for them. Anticipation's enjoyable because it releases dopamine in our brain. Dopamine is the brain's neurotransmitter associated with pleasure and reward. Pleasure and reward are enjoyable, so that's why the anticipation of an experience is enjoyable. I would like to click the QR code, and how would you like your customers to feel? Just one word in English, please. My Turkish is limited. So if you just refresh your browser, have a think. How would you like your customers to feel about your brand? Thank you. Authenticity, relaxed. Yeah, that beach is in your mind. Excited, loved, inspired, trustworthy. Yes, 100%. Authenticity, happy, relieved. Yeah, you want people to feel relieved, intrigued, proud. So there's a whole range of emotions that you might want your customers to feel when they engage with your brand. So the question is, why is the emotion we feel so important? To illustrate the importance of emotions, I'd like to share a story. A long time ago, I came to Antalya on holiday with my parents. Has anyone else been to Antalya on their holidays? Put your hands up. Yeah, a few in there. How about upstairs? Yeah, a few. Good. So we went out for dinner. I was with my mum and dad. We got a taxi. We got out. And unfortunately, my mum left her new, rather expensive designer bag in the car. We were walking up and down the main road all night in the hope that we would find that taxi driver. No joy. We were just about to go home and then beep, beep. Hey lady, I found your bag. I've got your bag. We could not believe it. I'm now going to move to the third and final part of my keynote. I'm going to share a practical management tool that I've used extensively with clients around the globe to help them build brand experiences in a structured, scalable way. This tool is called the Brand Experience Blueprint, and it's made up of 3 parts. The example that I'm going to give is from a clinical pharmaceuticals company that wanted to reposition its brand so it was more of a lifestyle brand, selling cosmeceuticals, daily nutrients, and also broader well-being products. Earlier in my keynote, I said I would leave time for questions. Now is that time. What questions do you have for me? If you could scan the QR code, please, and then just type in your question, and you can vote on it. And whoever's question receives the highest number of votes, I'll give you a copy of my book, the Turkish edition of my book. Here we go, it's come. How can you measure, we've got 13, there we go, good. How can you measure emotion? There's a couple of ways I would do it. First, I would start with some qualitative research, focus groups, projective studies to understand the emotions that drive choice, and then either send a survey out, or you can actually go to the other extreme and you can start measuring temperature, pulse rate, palm sweating, pupils dilating, neurological actions in the brains. I opened by making 3 points. The 3 key points I made in my presentation. I've outlined why you need to compete through experiences. Secondly, I outlined why you need to connect with customers at an emotional level through your brand. Third, I provided a practical management tool that will help you build brand experiences so your brand can retain relevance. Now I'd like to close my keynote. I open my keynote with a scenario I see all around the world. A brand was struggling to retain relevance and its competitors were catching up. My advice is that you compete through brand experiences. It's my sincere hope that my keynote will help you do that today. Thank you. Thanks.